Jam on toast!
Hey everybody, welcome to the Jam. I'm Cameron, and today the toast is to Robot and Frank.
Week 13.
We are a movie club. Jennel's pick here this week, so glad she picked it. But we've been doing this for 3 months now. It's probably about time we did another housekeeping video. But I wouldn't want to bore you with that right now. So the short sale on this one is that a technophobic retired cat burglar gets a robotic assistant to help him out in his old age. Go. My love it for this is how Frank interacts with the robot. It is beautiful, from his refusal of it to his timid acceptance to his love of the robot. Because just based off the short sale, that should be where your mind goes. My hate it, extremely minor thing, but out of such a good movie, it's glad that such a small things might hate it. When they leave the library, the robot does not remind Frank to pick up his things. He's there to help him out, right? Why wouldn't he tell them, hey, clean up, we gotta go? MVP for this is Rachel Ma, the girl inside the robot. I think she did such a fantastic job. It was a noted thing when we did Dread that it's super hard to act without your face. She was acting without a face, without a voice, without really any human characteristics other than what the robot was mimicking. So I think she did a fantastic job, and to be cooped up in that suit during the shoot, big props. Let's move on to the categories. Aesthetics. It's kind of weird in this because it's supposed to be a semi-futuristic movie, but it's obviously set in a modern day time going towards the future, because we're still dealing with libraries, but they're kind of going away, they're being phased out. The town looks super quaint, almost like it's a movie in the past, and I think part of that is to help familiarize Frank in his own story. There are plenty of big open shots. There's close-in shots when we're supposed to be having intimacy with Frank the robot, between his kids. Dealing with the robot, his switches and control panels, etc. are in believable places. When Frank's doing the jobs, he gets proper narrative. When Frank's doing the jobs, he gets proper voiceovers and sweeping shots. Beautiful looking movie if you just look a little bit. It's nothing to wow you, because you're really taking good footage of very normal and consequential things, except for this robot. So I definitely think it's above average, but it's not necessarily anything that you're gonna just remember for the rest of your life. Aesthetics gets an 88. Character development. This is a great movie to example character development, because we literally have a character you're questioning whether or not it's human, whether or not it's alive, whether or not it's a person, or it's just a machine, because it works out pretty well with conversations and interactions. It's really like having a person there, but the robot itself reminds you several times that it's not a person, that if you reset him or turn it off, he'll forget everything and it will be like nothing ever happened. Frank's a great character as well, because not only does he have Alzheimer's, so occasionally you get resets and we get redevelopments in quick bursts, but he's super interesting, and he goes on his own personal journey within his own story, dealing with technology and getting away from being a cat burglar and going back to it, and how he deals with the authorities and his own kids, and the way his kids are dealing with him. There's just a lot going on at any given time, and while you're watching it, it doesn't feel overwhelming. I think they did an excellent job doing character development within the story. Character development gets 92. Storyline. The story itself is pretty fantastic, and it even had a spin on it that I didn't see coming, that I won't ruin here. And ultimately, the story is about love and frustration and just life happening to everyone, because we're all going to get old. We can all relate to the concept of it, even if we don't like it, and we can all sympathize with Frank's condition, even if we can't immerse ourselves into the role. Storyline gets a 90. Compulsion. I could have watched this just to see how they utilized the robot. This field of technology is super interesting to me, and having like a Persicom or a robot aid is kind of a dream. I want to live to see that era happen, or at least start. And I could very well be Frank by the time I'm that age. But on that journey, just seeing how this technology is applied, we get a couple different great stories mixed together, and it's ultimately pretty touching. While the ending of the movie could leave you feeling a couple different ways, I think the important thing is that it's going to leave you feeling something, and it's where it's really at, because you come away from it with a feeling and an experience, and it's a movie that not only makes you think, but if you were so inclined, I think you could just ride the feels and not think about it as well. Compulsion gets a 92. Now, if we total all that up, we get an average of 90.5. For my wrap-up review, I gotta say this is a great movie for anyone. Someone's gonna get something out of it at some point during the movie. It may not be the entire movie, but I think it's there for you, and I think it's an experience you can enjoy. It's a surprisingly versatile movie, very touching. I've been wanting us to watch this for a while, so I'm so happy Jennel picked it. Once again, this is a review for We Are Movie Club. This week was Jennel's pick. Next week is Steve over on Oh Humanity, and we're going to be watching. So be sure to check out his channel to see his review, and we're going to be watching the week after next. I think that's it for me. I'm Camerai. If you don't like me, bite me. If you want to see anything else we're up to, go ahead and click the annotations, and they'll take you to our other channels.